Hi everyone, welcome to Movie World. I'm Robert Waldman. See that bridge off in the distance? That's going towards downtown Kelowna, where my wife and I, my director slash camera woman, is filming. Today I want to talk about a movie, and I guarantee you it will not be 3.5 hours long. At least my review won't be, but the movie is. It's from Netflix, and it's one of Network's, that's a plane. Anyways, we're going to keep on rolling because this movie is worth seeing if you like crime tales. The movie, The Irishman. Naturally, it's about Irishmen. In particular, the Irish mob in the Philadelphia, New York area back in the 1950s and 60s. This is a vanity project, a wonderful project by Martin Scorsese. And for 3.5 hours, it better be. And it cost something like $150 million to make. Word on the street is that nobody in Hollywood wanted to make another Robert De Niro, Marty Scorsese movie. So they went to Netflix, and naturally Netflix decided, hey, why not? Let's give it a shot. The movie is pretty good if you like crime tale. The movie is all about a character named Frank Sheeran, played by none other than Robert De Niro. And I have to tell you, when it comes to doing crime stories and playing criminals, Robert De Niro is certainly one of the best ever. Team him up with Martin Scorsese and you're in for a good story. The movie is told in a flashback. We see an elderly Frank Sheeran recalling his days with the mob, and he had a very colorful life. You see, first of all, Frank Sheeran learned the art of killing back in World War II when he was involved for the U.S. Army in Italy during that war. And he did learn that art, and when he came back to the United States, naturally, you got to do something, you got to have a job. So he became a hitman for the mob. So to make a long story short, Frank Sheeran, who was otherwise nicknamed the Painter, and I'll let you figure out what that means, because after an assault you have to clean things up, hence painting a house. He ends up meeting a character named Russell Buffatino, something like that, an Italian played delightfully well by Joe Pesci, who came apparently out of retirement because, hey, when Marty Scorsese talks and approaches you for a movie with Robert De Niro, you have to think twice and think hard. And I got to tell you that Pesci turns in a wonderful performance as this kingmaker of a mobster who gets involved with Frank Sheeran, and they become very close friends, as do their family. But there's background to the story, because this is made during the 1950s, 60s, shot on location, by the way, in New York, New Jersey, and also in Miami, Florida. But the key thing is that there's political involvement here, because this movie also has Jimmy Hoffa, and Frank Sheeran will become a top union organizer. So you might say that the mob may have the union in their pocket, or is it the other way around? Well, we all know the story about Jimmy Hoffa and how he disappeared. Maybe he's in a lake somewhere, not in Lake Okanagan, but perhaps somewhere swimming with the fish in the United States. Casting also involved none other than Al Pacino, who plays Jimmy Hoffa, under lots of makeup. Now, I have to tell you, this movie has a little bit of violence, but it's really a character study about Frank Sheeran and about the way the Irish mob operated in the United States in the 50s, 60s, and beyond. I enjoyed the movie, but I gotta tell you, 3.5 hours long, way too long. You could have easily cut this movie by half an hour. Now, some other favorites in the movie that Martin has often cast include Harvey Keitel, who's always good, and Ray Romano, who is a lawyer. So unexpected casting, good chemistry, a good mob story if you like the genre. And I guess it's sort of like movies like Casino or Goodfellas. Not quite as good, and I think, again, the length hurts this movie somewhat. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'm going to give The Irishman, I'm going to give it a 7. Thanks for watching. Robert Waldman from Movie World. Hope to see you soon.